Thank you so much, guys, for having this conversation with us.
Yeah.
And before we start, I just want to know a little bit about yourself.
So hi, my name is Darshin Parekh. I've graduated from National Law University Jodhpur in 2023, post which I was working as a corporate M&A lawyer in Mumbai itself.
Okay.
I have given CAT 3 times. This was my
Okay.
third attempt.
Okay.
And this year I've managed to score a 99.92 percentile in CAT.
Great percentile.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Gurkirat Singh. I graduated in 2025 from PEC Chandigarh. This was my second attempt. Last year I got 98.5 and this time I was able to score 99.53. So that's about it.
Good. Great percentile.
Yeah, hi, my name is Dheeraj. I graduated recently in 2025 from IIT Madras. I did aerospace engineering, and I sort of figured out that engineering isn't for me. So now I'm on sort of a redemption arc. And I wrote CAT last year. I got 99.87, and this year I got 99.93.
Okay. So nice. Like we have a good variety. We have two engineers, one person from law, and also people who are repeaters, not the people who are appearing for CAT once. I just want to know, like, what was your CAT journey? Like, as I want to start with Darshan, like it was your third attempt. So how was the journey, and what was your scores in last attempts?
So 2023 was the first time I gave CAT, and that paper was horrendous.
Yes.
Yeah, so this was my first time. I just wanted to take a look at CAT, how it works, what it is, and I got a 96.8 percentile. Then 2024, I gave it again. I took Cracku as coaching, but I didn't study a lot.
Okay.
But I still like managed to give all the mocks and all, and I gave CAT, and I scored a 99.2 percentile in 2024. And I didn't get any of the good calls, so I thought I'll have to give one more shot. But I still had my work experience going on, so I wasn't very worried about taking another shot at CAT. So I did. This year I gave another shot at CAT. I left my job in August. I thought I'll prepare 3 months rigorously for CAT. And then finally, after 3 whole years, I've landed here and I'm actually able to, achieve a great score.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Gurkirat, like, how was your last two attempts like?
Actually, I gave my first attempt in 2024. I started my preparation in July after my internship and I scored 98.5, but I wasn't able to clear my verbal sectional cutoff. So my biggest challenge was in 2025 to clear my verbal, because as an engineer, Quant and DILR were not a trouble for me. I think I joined Cracku from 7 months to CAT actually, and the lectures were great. And hopefully, I think luckily I was able to make through the VLR.
What about you?
Well, I wrote last year when I wrote CAT, it was mostly because that was the plan, like just finish IIT, then go to IIM, Bangalore or Calcutta. And I wasn't banking too much on placement, so that was the main thing. And like I got a pretty decent percentile last year, and this year I wanted to like get a little bit more than that. And seeing how I knew how CAT is and like how much prep needs to be done, this year I thought this year the main experiment was to figure out how to have a work-life balance and do CAT. I think I didn't do that great in that particular question because I started my prep in the start of November.
Okay.
Yeah, and like it took me 1 week to like actually start. Then I spent the next 2-3 weeks just grinding, and Cracku was a godsend. This time I actually joined Cracku, didn't like loop around.
Nice.
And
But like I want to understand, like all of you are repeaters. So what is one difference that you made this year and last year? If you want to mention one thing or two things, like what were you doing incorrectly, or what were you doing? What were you not doing? And this time you did that, and that made the great impact.
I think the biggest difference for me was doing preparation without a job.
Okay.
Because I was in corporate law. The hours are very long. I think they're stretched for like 24, 48 hours sometime. And like you just couldn't give enough time to CAT that year. So last year I actually tried, but I couldn't try, consistently. So it was a half-hearted attempt at best. So that's why I couldn't get, where I wanted to. Plus, I think I have a bad grad profile and all, so that also didn't work out. So this year I knew beforehand only that I would need at least a 99.9 to even, think about a good college. So this year I was very focused and I decided, since I got a half decent percentile last year, this year I can actually, take that leap of faith and think that I can quit my job and, prepare rigorously for 3 months.
Okay.
And I was very hopeful that it will work out this time, and touch wood, it did. But yeah, so I think main was that I got more time to actually, work on my mistakes, work on my, weaker subjects, which was basically cons for me. I was pretty confident with verbal and LRDI, considering I've given like CLAT also earlier. But the main part was Quants, and I think that's where Siley ma'am's video really helped me, because like her way of teaching in detail was very good, and plus I think one thing very good with Cracku is they do not take shortcuts in their video solutions. So as a non-engineer, I feel learning from a non-shortcut method is way easier than learning from a shortcut method. So I think that really clicked for me this year, and fortunately, I think even though I got the least score in Quants, my percentile was the highest in Quants this year.
Nice.
Yeah. So
What about you?
I think my biggest mistake was not giving enough time to all the 3 sections. I enjoyed solving puzzles, so I gave most of my time to DILR and Quants, and VRC was left out. So this time I put in much more effort in VRC and sidelined the other 2 sections, and that's how I think I was able to be.
Great.
Yeah. Let's see. Last year I was in college, so it was pretty easy to balance everything. You know, like I just didn't go to classes, so I had a lot of free time, and I just did a pretty good CAT prep. And I was feeling pretty like I think one mistake I did last year, which I didn't do this year, was that I had a very strict criteria. Like I had written so many mocks that I knew that no matter what, I'll have like an 80% accuracy. And like I was aiming for 99.90 plus. And so that translates to like 125 marks or so. So that translates to me attempting around 150 marks. And I went to my exam and I did exactly that. But last year the paper was pretty easy, so my percentile didn't it didn't fall into trend, and I got cooked that way. So this year, you know, I didn't like last year. In fact, when I was writing my DLR sets, I had finished I think like 3, and I had ample time to like do another. But instead, like I was so shocked about the fact that you know how do I have so much time? So I actually went back and checked if something had gone wrong, and I lost valuable time that I could have like done something better. But this year, you know, I didn't put that sort of constraint, and arguably I didn't like perform as well as last year. I'd say it's just that I genuinely got lucky this year because my accuracy was like higher than 80%, and like the paper I wrote also was pretty difficult. Like I wrote slot 3, and apparently slot 2 was the most difficult one. So my percentile also got a good bump. Yeah, if not for those factors, I don't think I would be here. So there is a significant amount of luck involved, but then your philosophy while you're prepping should be to like have as much control as you can. You know, like eliminate the luck factor as much as you can, but still, you know, be humble enough to accept that there is luck factor, which is what will keep you level-headed during the exam.
That is also one of the philosophy that Maruti sir consistently push students to follow, that just control the controllables. There can be something which will go out of the way, but if you can control the things under your domain, then it will be good. Now, I would like to ask like 2 things. First, how did you utilize Cracku as a whole course that you have bought, and what is the one feature that you like the most? So we had last year we pushed a lot of features, we added some tools, but what one thing that you really liked about Cracku?
So yeah, I think one thing I really liked about Cracku was Siley ma'am's attempt at Quant, because I realized Siley ma'am is not as good at Quant as Maruti sir is, and the way she took the section and like her different strategies, I think that really helped for me, because I think I also realized that I can tweak my strategies according to the paper, and like, you know, every time I have to, you know, be open to the fact that a paper can vary and I can change my strategy accordingly. So I think, and one of the papers, Siley ma'am attempted the entire arithmetic section first. It didn't turn out well for her, and then like she changed her strategy. She started attempting easier question first, and I saw that, you know, it actually changes a lot of things depending on the paper. So I think this is one thing I really liked this year. And I think I forgot the second question. Sorry.
How did you utilize the Cracku
Yeah,
course?
so I think I utilize Cracku for everything. To be honest, my prep, my mock test, sectionals, daily targets, everything. But I have a thing that I study in bursts. So like I don't study regularly, but when I study for a longer period of time. So like if I took daily targets, I would take like 10-15 daily targets continuously across all 3 sections. So I covered it that way. I wouldn't take it every day. But I think I utilized it in the way that I tried to cover my weaker sections the most. I think I saw all the quantitative aptitude videos.
Okay.
And I covered the entire portion this time. I distinctly remember that if I have to score well at Quants, then I have to be good at everything, because I don't know where the easy question will come from. So I think that's where the resource, you know, came from. And Cracku was actually helping me through that.
How did you like the Cracku study room and daily targets?
Daily targets were really good, but I feel at one point of time, because because they were repeating past year questions, at one point I was like, oh, I already know this question. So I was like, maybe it would be something better that. But apart from that, they were really good. I really like the logic question. I think one of I think sets from sectionals or mocks, I'm not remembering. It's called a game called Queens. I think that's where I really liked the game and I started playing it in actual life also. So now I play it every day. So yeah, that was a really good thing. The course curriculum, the way the portal is, I think it's really good.
Okay.
I think the way Cracku handles thing and presents its data, I think that's the best. And I have tried everything else and I think this is the best coaching I've done. Yeah.
Nice. Like, happy that it turns out. What about you, Gurkirat?
I think, sir, I utilized the study room the most. The vast number of questions I needed for my VARC practice, I think that was the game changer for me. And the other good thing was the live attempt the Maruti sir and Saili ma'am gave. I think it provided me with a good benchmark to what a good performance I should be looking forward to in a mock. I think that was a very great feature for me.
Right. But you?
I signed up for the sectional test and the mock test, and that's pretty much all I used. Because I mean, I have some experience with competitive exams, seeing how I was able to do well in JE. So I kind of know what works for me and what doesn't work for me. Like I know I can wake up one day, sense how I'm feeling, and I'll know, okay, today is a mock day, today is a sectional day, and I know how to I know if I'm weak, if I'm not feeling particularly strong at a topic, I know how to approach it. I know what resources I need to go to. So I sort of within Cracku's tailor-made content, I made a tailor-made content for myself. And
Okay.
But then I think the best thing about Cracku's materials is the YouTube videos that are there, because it's such a first person perspective. It's recorded from such a first person perspective of like how to solve it, and like the fact that they come from the fact that Maruti sir is an IIT alum, you can really tell that he comes from a point of view where he understands the problem deeply, and like he's solving the problem, not just choosing a option. That type of difference you'll be able to see, and like it's not that like when you sit and go through the materials that are there, like the videos that are there in Cracku, you really understand that their objective is to instill the problem solving ability in you, to instill the reading comprehension ability in you, not just get you to a point where you're able to answer questions. And that is very, very important, which is arguably the main reason why I stick with Cracku and I recommend Cracku everywhere I go.
Fine. So last question. In one sentence, if you would like to tell the people who are going to appear for the CATs, what would you suggest them?
It's long, hard, but it will be worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Consistency is the key. Practice daily.
I don't know, the real ambition in life is to be happy, just make sure.
Oh, also one thing, the exam is very luck based. So you might prepare 500 hours for it, but if it's not your day, it's not your day. You shouldn't beat yourself for it. And just go in with the mindset that you're going to make it. And I think 99 times out of 100, you'll make it. So yeah, that's my piece.
All right.
Yeah.